and welcome to yet another week's edition of the Social Diary, where we get to review some of the trending topics that made headlines this week. My name is Conchitah Lilian, and as always, I'm not alone, as I have my co-host for today. It's none other than the amazing Miss Ingrid Nantege. Hello.
Hi, Conchita.
I should tell you, like, welcome back.
Thanks. I've been here before. I don't know why it took you so long to bring me back. Did I not do a good job?
Oh, Lord. So, guys, remember to send in your feedback using our SMS line, that is 20146. And don't forget to keep the conversation going on, as we are currently live streaming on all our social media platforms at Metropole TV KE. Now, Inge.
Yes.
This week,
I love that you're calling me by my pet name, Inge.
I know, right? I feel so good. I feel like, this is Inge.
I feel like this is going to set a good pace for the conversation. We're already on like Conchi, Inge.
So, if we're going to start this week, we had a lot of, so many trending topics, yeah? But the one that caught everyone's attention was hashtag Brenda, hashtag Brian. You all know that, right?
100% biggest story of the week.
Oh my God. Well, here's some good news, people. So Kenya was brought to standstill when two of actually Kenya's first coronavirus patients were announced to have recovered from the COVID-19 disease. For the first time, actually. Literally, the first time. How happy were you, Ingi?
I was so excited, first of all, because I was like, some level of accountability from the government. And also because there's so much stress and so much anxiety and so much pressure when it comes to this disease, the uncertainty. As a matter of fact, if you've been listening into the Health CS Kagwe's press conferences, one of the biggest questions that journalists have been saying is, can you tell us about these recovered patients? Can we see them? Can we have names? So when they were finally paraded, Conchita, weren't you happy? Be honest.
Because the entire thing was televised. Like it was all addressed since, like leaving Bagathi District Hospital Isolation Center.
Right.
Now, the two patients updated, President Uhuru Kenyatta via Skype link on the triumph and, experience. But what we know so far is
it's not easy to fight corona.
No, I mean, like, these guys are like,
right.
Sure. So far what we know is that Brenda Cherotich is a former Miss Tourism Kericho County and the first Kenyan patient who believes she contracted the virus in London while returning to Kenya from the United States. Now, she explained that she had read about the Bagathi Hospital Isolation Center while still in Ohio, which prompted her to report, stop laughing, which reported her to report to the facility after experiencing, coronavirus-like symptoms. And then since, being in, and she has actually been in quarantine for the last 23 days. That is according to the time that, she came out all healed and well. Praise the Lord Jesus. And then thanks the doctor from, Kenyatta National Hospital for taking care of her.
Right.
Now, let's look at that.
Okay.
So she was in Bagathi, but she thanks doctors from Kenya National Hospital.
At some point, she even made reference to Nairobi Hospital. Conchita! At some point, she was all over the place. Conchita, I've never had excitement drop to disappointment in a span like this second. But did you see, Kenyans are investigators.
They're extremely
particularly Kenyans on Twitter.
Oh my God, KOT is lit. Now, before we go to what's really happened, the second patient, that is Brian, who says that he was, infected by Brenda, says that he was taken to the isolation center immediately. The test results for Brenda came back. Right. Now, in a turn of events, seems like Kenyans online, FBI agents were not buying this story. So I'm thinking it's just the government giving hope. And
Kenyans will barely buy a story that's straightforward. What about a story about coronavirus?
That is patient 001.
Thank you.
They
say everyone is so interested in, that's all we care about right now.
Exactly.
Of course we're going to
But
be.
you see, what they said is that the patient 0, is it patient 0?
Patient 0.
It's not 001.
So the lady was patient 0.
So 01 was Brian.
Possibly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So now what they're saying is that indeed, there's no consistency in her story, as you said. As she conducted few interviews on, different TV stations with different facts.
Right.
So they took it to the interwebs, as always, to lament their findings. Now let's talk about these FBI agents.
Let's talk about them.
So what do you think about this story? First of all, she goes to one station, she says A, B, C, D. She goes to the other station, she said A, B, C, D. Now, if you look at that interview, of the press conference, like she was just there swinging.
Yeah, she's happy to be here.
She's happy to be alive.
Yeah.
Like even if I was after, like I survived Corona,
I'll be
swinging.
I have my feet on the table.
Hey, I would be like, I'm a president.
Yeah.
I play all the Destiny Child song there.
Right.
Like I would request for that, because as president, listen.
Exactly.
I'm the first person here to, in Kenya.
And I survived it.
And I survived. But then did you notice Brian?
Yeah, I did.
And he was just chilling. Just like, yes.
It was like a script from a really bad movie.
It was horrible.
Conchita, like you said, the fact that this girl kept mixing up her stories, she was all over the place, making reference here, making reference there. They say liars should have good memories.
I know. Just like
I don't know if it was the excitement. These days they call it the 15 seconds of fame. When you get your 15 seconds of fame, you're like, this is it. This is
I'm making that.
And then you mess up.
Oh my dear Lord. I know what, we're not the only FBI agents, and I have a lot to say about this, but it's not about me. It's about what you guys think. So we have a Bravin Yuri who says, I will treat the Brenda Bryan initiative, not the BBI, as an April Fool's Day prank. So the more I try to give this story the benefit of doubt, the more I have questions. Brenda to Okari, I've just been released right now, and we came here. FB post, that is on the 13th March. Tacos and margarita nights. Bruh. The guy's already tired. And the same person says, BBI, that is Brenda Bryan Initiative's second mistake. You mean there's no recovery time for these patients from the hospital, and they just have, too much, they have to say too much energy for media tour? Where does Brenda get the energy to go to the media first, even before going to see her family? Does that make sense? Inge, does it?
Conchita, all of which are valid questions. Let me tell you, it's actually, to be honest, it's more disappointing. The thing with us Kenyans, and I say us Kenyans because I said us Kenyans, the thing with us Kenyans is we'll always find the humor in a lot of things.
Sure.
Even the most serious of things. But I don't know if this is one of those things that should be it. Because then we should be asking so many questions to the government.
That is what is happening. We are asking so many questions to the government, but the government is just there like, And
all those are legitimate questions. Conchi, if you notice later on, of the Kenyan FBI investigators kept digging up, and then there was, did you see that picture, which I can't validate, of the picture of Brenda and Brian from the past? They actually knew each other.
2016, they were there.
Fools fooling who? What's going on?
And then apart from that,
how many cases do we really have in the country, and how many survivors do we really have in the country?
And then apart from that, is the government really trying to, sell out, like I keep on saying, are you selling hope to people? Then remember,
but we need, like right now in this moment,
facts.
We need the truth.
Yes.
Because the truth is what will help us realize how serious this thing is.
Yeah.
And from that, then everyone also gets serious in trying to fight it and prevent it.
Yeah.
But if you keep lying to people, keep parading wrong people, keep telling
the wrong people the wrong script, that is a mistake.
Very much. Then everyone will take it as a joke, and then at the end of the day, the repercussions will be much greater than ideally they should be.
There's someone who said that, listen, back like a few years back, we have the Ngiritas who got a tender for, for selling air. So probably she won a tender for lying. But that is just speculation and allegations. I have got no idea. Again, it's not about my thoughts.
We can't confirm for a fact, but our investigations, when you tie the dots here and there, this dot will lead to this dot somehow.
When 1 + 1 is equals to 11. And then if you go back to social media, we have Victor Moshere who said, Brenda says she was in the US from December 19th till she traveled to Kenya via London on March 5th. But her Facebook account places her in Kericho County on December 29th. Wacha nilale tu. Maybe pia kuna Kericho County pale maju. And then we have at Miguna who says, Miguna, despite Uhuru Kenyatta, Kibicho Kagwe, Matiang'i, Cecily Kariuki, and James Macharia created Brenda and Brian, cooked up fake itineraries and hospital charts for PR drama. Kenyans rejected the lies. Now they have conjured up a COVID-19 robot called Lydia. We reject her too. Okay, who is Lydia?
Listen, I don't know who Lydia is,
Miguna.
But if this girl talking about she was in the US on 19th, and then her social media pages tells a whole different story. Do you think would not check?
But you know what I mean? She deleted, that's the whole thing. She deleted her Facebook post.
How shady.
She deleted her Facebook. And then the other thing is, listen, people go to India and come back with like an American accent.
That's true. That's true too.
There was
this whole thing, like Conchi, we're joking about it, we're laughing about it, but someone needs to tell us something. Someone needs to speak up and tell us what's going on with this whole BBI.
Yeah, this is the entire brand initiative, right? Man. I'm like, question mark, like I have this light bulb over here, like,
yeah.
And then we have Belle Akinyi who says, Brian said he got the virus after getting into contact with Brenda, who said she has never met Brian until in isolation. Yet, these ones have been friends for ages. Unless this is not the Brian, if her story is true, why so much inconsistency? Is she hip-hop TV stations not adding up? Legit. There was a picture of, like, you know, them, the one they're talking about, like, back in 2016 and all that. And then we have Robert that is Kigunye, who says, so on March 9th, Brenda was at Illinois, sorry. Illinois. Guys, did not go for a group of schools. And patient one was reported on the 5th March 2020. Do you think that, do you think what I'm thinking? First thinking, you know, like all those to first thinking, they're just like,
anyway. The more we go into these tweets, the more we look at the picture, the more Kenyans keep doing this digging. I even just ask myself, will we ever find out the truth, or is it going to be one of those things that we joke about on the internet and that's that? You know what I mean? Will we ever get to the bottom of this? Will the government, will someone actually come out and say,
imagine no one will come out and tell us, imagine.
Of course no one.
We're waiting for someone to come and say, cut!
Yeah, right.
And then, you know, like, but no, it's not going to happen.
I don't know Kenyan politicians for eating humble pie. I don't know them to do that. So we're still just going to speculate and laugh about it, and let's just wait for the next survivors.
Speaking of Kenyan politicians, by the way, let's move from the entire BBI, because you know what, I can't. So now, in a twist turn of events, one famous, you know, professor, I usually get this name like really, you know, wrong.
Better
Professor
you than me.
Langanyopo.
Can I not try?
Really?
I can't. Conchi, you know, I've been practicing. I just can't say the name.
Really?
Yes.
I can say that name, but it's like it literally.
Say it again.
Langanyopo.
Langanyopo.
Yes. So now, no, it's Longanyopo.
There we go. I knew it was wrong. Longanyopo. Okay.
Known for his famous actually quote that is Totofu Pinon around. He's actually very comical. So this time, he found himself as the center of the interwebs eye. As a woman, he was having an alleged, kind of a thing. Literally leaked his naughty photos. Now, Kenyan men have come to the defense of the governor, and many termed her as a bitter and materialistic woman who only wants to break the governor's marriage. Now, in a viral WhatsApp, screenshot, the lady promises, like to give the governor a son, which he responds and says that it is wonderful, and he finishes with "I love you," hashtag that is out chamanenyu. And then sends a picture of himself, like blowing what seems to be like a dark face. It's just hilarious. Now, the governor has always been known for his witty comments, but now it seems that his secret love, love life is always exciting the netizen, because that hashtag chamanenyu trended.
Yeah. Like
legit, it trended. But tell me, what do you think about this situation?
I just have never really understood people who feel like it's okay to put their business out there. You know what I mean? Regardless of how scorned you are, Conchi, this lady is married too, right?
Yeah, she's actually alleged married.
Isn't there like too much to lose? But first of all, I don't care. I'm not even interested in Langanyopo's personal life. You know what I mean? Langanyopo's personal life. Like, why do people do this?
But you see, the thing is, that's something I've come to realize. It feels like, with someone who's always been very open out there, now his private business is being put open out there. So people were not really mad.
Yeah.
They're not even
comedy.
It's still comedy. It's still drama. It's like, welcome to another episode of,
But what was this woman's intention? Like, what was she going for?
No idea. Was it malicious? Was it out of...
I feel like she has a lot to lose as well. So what malice is this? I would understand if you're putting this, man whose life is already in the public, father in the public.
Yeah.
But you have like a whole other life you need to be protecting as well. What are you doing? What are you doing?
But they dance, it is just hilarious. So anyway, we have to pay the Mweni, that is social media, who says, hashtag Chamanenyu. I stand to defend Longanyapo, even referring to the Bible on the story of Samson. No one is strong before a woman, however, licking and DMs is stupidity and primitivity. Lakini professor should attend men's conference next time to learn some tactics. Like, why does he have to attend men's conference? And then,
I think that's why they talk about those things. You know how men are always so excited to go for those conferences? That's why they probably discuss those tactics of how not to get
no
caught.
comment. I'll just be here
I
like...
don't know, it's speculation.
And then we have Abuga, who says, Professor Langanyapo is a victim of bad politics. These are created charts by his critics. He needs to seek help from DCI and arrest these Fupi Nono people. But he should pay his own debts to avoid such propagandas. Hashtag Chamanenyu. It's Chamanenyu, yes. Hashtag you'll be boycotting, online. Like, come on, people.
Do we know what Chamanenyu means?
Chamanenyu apparently means I love you. He was just being romantic.
Tell someone he was not supposed to be romantic too. He's being romantic to the wrong person. What's wrong with you? Go tell Chamanenyu to your wife.
The guy was just being romantic. Like,
I have no problem with romance if it's like directed to the right place. This is not right.
And then we have, who is that? Wait, the person that we have is Eliphas Kaberia, who says, Langanyapo met me, unknown, okay. There's a phrase that is said, Mulmuasi, yes, is a fat guy, and now he made me know hashtag Chamanenyu means sweetheart. Oh, it's sweetheart.
It's still an endearment. Okay. Still had no business.
Oh my God, it's alright, sweetheart. I owe this guy part of my school fees.
So now you're educating the masses with his
Really?
fidelity. Wow, something good came out of it.
And then we have Kira Nimrod, who said, Sisi Kama Pokot, we give up. We need to call an urgent meeting. In attendance shall be elders and warriors to come with cane stick. We can't allow such things to happen. Total disgrace to the community. Hashtag Chamanenyu. My dear Lord, I feel like you guys are being too harsh on this person.
It's just because this guy was exposed.
Political figure. There's
so many
a lot
like
of people.
Should I expose them right now?
No screenshots. Alright guys, we're going to take a quick short commercial break. When we're back, more on the Social Diary with me and Ingrid Nantege.